Hello, and welcome to our Essential Wellness Educational Series. My name is Aisha Harley, and I am here with the lovely Dorine Nafziger. Dorine has an inspiring presentation for you today, so please limit your distractions and get ready to take notes. This presentation is packed with lots of valuable information that you won't want to miss. Our intention through offering you these essential wellness webinars is to educate and empower you to use doTERRA essential oils safely and effectively for the wellness of your entire family. We've had amazing success using the oils in our lives, and we are very passionate about sharing all the many ways we use them with you. So I'd like to just take a few moments to do a quick review for those joining us today that are new to using essential oils. As you may be asking, what exactly is an essential oil and why is everyone getting so excited about them? Have you ever squeezed an orange peel or walked through a garden of flowers and enjoyed their fragrance? If so, you've already experienced an example of the aromatic qualities of essential oils. Essential oils are the natural aromatic compounds found in the bark, seeds, stems, roots, flowers, and other parts of the plants. While essential oils are vital in the development and health of plants, individuals have long been able to benefit from essential oils for food preparation, beauty treatments, and healthcare practices for thousands of years. Essential oils are truly gifts from the earth. I use them every day throughout the day, and I could never imagine my life without them. We realize there are many essential oils to choose from. When you choose doTERRA, you are choosing essential oils gently and carefully distilled from plants that have been patiently harvested at the perfect moment by experienced growers from around the world for ideal extract composition and efficacy. For example, our lavender is from France, lemon from Italy, peppermint from Washington, and vetiver from Haiti. Each doTERRA essential oil is also carefully and thoroughly tested using the strict CPTG Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade Quality Protocol. Experienced essential oil users will immediately recognize the superior quality standard for naturally safe, purely effective, therapeutic grade doTERRA essential oils. We sincerely hope you will try some so you can experience for yourself their effective healing benefits. Well, I'm so excited to be here today with Dorine. Unfortunately, Jeremiah was unable to join us. However, Dorine has much to share. Together, they have over 15 years of experience using essential oils to help people find greater clarity, purpose, and enjoyment in life. They reside here in Portland, Oregon with their 2 boys. So I'm going to hand the mic over to Dorine.
Hello, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Aisha, for having me. It's a joy to be here with you. I know everybody is busy, and so I appreciate everyone making the time in their day to spend it with us. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is most adaptable to change. Charles Darwin. So before we begin, I want to tell you just a little bit about myself and Jeremiah. 15 years ago, we vowed to shake the mundane into stardust, and we have. I'm so blessed to be here together with you today to share love and our fun. But things weren't always like this. 15 years ago, when we met, I was 22 years old, and the childhood trauma that I experienced, that I had shoved so far down, was suddenly rising up and screaming for attention. It was wreaking havoc on my life, affecting my sleep and my emotional balance, really my capacity to get through the day. So I was simultaneously experiencing my greatest joy at falling in love with Jeremiah, while at the same time feeling like I was at a devastating dead end in my life, not sure that healing was an option. But our love gave me a glimmer of hope, and I wondered. I dared to wonder, what if there was a way that things could be different? Even though it felt like way too much to ask, I dared to hope for a miracle. You know, it's never easy to see the person you love in pain, but Jeremiah had just gotten this big box of essential oils, and he wanted to help. He wanted to offer anything he had. And so he ripped open that box and brought it over to my house, and we cracked open those bottles of oils to see if maybe they could help. And they did. While I was fortunate to have an excellent support team of therapists, healers, and health practitioners, using essential oils changed everything for me. Suddenly, I had a tool where before I had felt helpless and hopeless. It was so empowering to have something that I could do at 2 a.m. when things were going south real fast, and I felt like throwing the towel in for good. And the wonderful thing that happened was that as I began to care for myself in this deepest, darkest place, and call myself back to the present moment, out of reliving the trauma over and over and over again, my awareness began to grow. And I began to notice the warning signs and the triggers so that I could protect and care for myself before everything went haywire. And now, using these powerful oils, I believed in my own healing. So I'm happy to be here today, healthy in mind, body, and spirit, thanks in large part to these essential oils. We are blessed with 2 rambunctious, beautiful, and hilarious little boys, as well as being blessed to share these oils and create opportunities for healing with others. So here's what you're going to get today. Daily tools for greater motivation and clarity. Simple methods for protecting your vision and purpose. Fun ways to refresh and recharge. Action steps to stay committed. What is a miracle? A miracle is bringing possibility into consciousness. It's a shift in perspective. So let's get experiential for just a second. Have you ever made a mistake? Have you ever maybe felt self-conscious for making a mistake or trash-talked yourself for making that mistake? It doesn't feel very good, right? Think of one of those times and think about how it felt in your body. Did it feel good? Did it make you want to stand up tall and confident? There's another way. There's an interesting fact about successful people. They've actually been shown to fail more frequently than unsuccessful people. Successful people are not afraid to try new things or fall on their face. One of the most successful women in the world, when interviewed, said her dad would quiz her every night at dinner, and he would ask, "What did you fail at today?" And so she learned very quickly that she needed to learn, she needed to try new things every day, she needed to fail fast. So let's try replacing that, "Geez, I'm so stupid," with, "Yow, I am so sexy." Come on, do it with me. I'm gonna count to 3 and then we're all gonna do it. 1, 2, 3. I am so sexy. You know, I just messed that up and I am so fine. It's nothing short of a miracle, right? It's just a shift in perspective. But don't take my word for it. Check out what John Bon Jovi says. Miracles happen every day. Change your perception of what a miracle is, and you'll see them all around you. Here's what I'd like you to walk away with today. It's a miracle you're alive. Act like it. So before we begin, I'd like you just to take a second and reflect on your life right now. Take a deep breath and write down or think of the challenges that you currently face. And now, taking another deep breath, imagine where you'd like to be in 6 months in regards to those challenges. How would you like them to change? How would you like them to feel? I ask that as you're listening today, to just hold these challenges and this desire for how you'd like these challenges to change or be different, hold them in your mind as you listen. Morning motivation. Nourishing from the get-go. Do you ever wake up less than 100% motivated? Maybe a little foggy, tired, or uninspired? Maybe even dreading the day? Use your oils before you even get out of bed. Nourish from the get-go. That's why I recommend, first thing in the morning, frankincense, peppermint, and wild orange. You have the power to set the tone for your day, to choose how you want your day to start from the moment you wake up. You can opt to, as Eric Worre talks about, run, or maybe just a nice little jog, 30 to 60% speed, where you're making ends meet. But you get to the end of the runway, and do you fly? No, you don't have enough speed to throttle up and fly. Another option is you can commit to your day, race down that runway at 100%, throttle up and fly. Frankincense. I recommend starting the day with frankincense, which offers nutrition for occasional aches and pains, right? Smooth out some of those cricks and cracks that maybe settled during the night. It's great nourishing for the brain. Why not give one of your most vital organs nourishment to help clear the cobwebs and begin the day in a great way? Frankincense also offers the emotional support of helping one go from feeling separate, right? Like having thoughts like, oh my God, this day is gonna be impossible. I have to get it all done myself. I don't have any help. It just makes you feel like slumping, right? Hitting the snooze button. It offers a more unified perspective so that you can remember you're part of a team, right? Remember your family, your friends, your support network. We're all in this together. Peppermint and wild orange. Peppermint is invigorating and cooling. Hey, if you have some peppermint, open it up. Peppermint promotes healthy respiratory function and clear breathing. Can you say more oxygen? That certainly helps waking up. And then wild orange, a wonderful mood uplifter, powerful cleanser, and purifying agent. Just helps pump up the jam. I like to combine these oils and put them on my feet and the back of my neck before I even get out of bed. Eyes open, oils on. It seems so simple, and it's powerful. One drop of essential oil can service every cell of your body. From the bottom of the feet, it nourishes your bloodstream within 30 seconds. Wow! Here's my favorite recipe that I keep beside my bed. The throttle up, get off the runway recipe. I even added a little black pepper just to spice things up and really get you moving. Remember, Eyes open, oils on. One thing that adds value and motivation to me in the morning is the side benefit of using doTERRA oils, the co-impact sourcing program. This is a program doTERRA created to uplift farmers around the world, to eliminate middlemen, truly empowering the people doing the work in some of the most impoverished countries in the world. Just by the simple act of using these oils, I'm helping people around the globe. Purpose and clarity. Even with great motivation, sometimes feelings of purposelessness, worry, lack of clarity, or just the ability to focus on our big vision can be difficult. Just like the co-impact sourcing program is clearing middlemen and supporting the people doing the work, we can use oils to specifically clear these feelings or obstacles to our purpose and clarity. Melaleuca, balance, and elevation are here, ready to go to work. First up, Melaleuca. Hi-ya! Ready to remove obstacles. Melaleuca is renowned for its cleansing effects. It promotes healthy immune function, protects against environmental and seasonal threats. It emotionally supports one from unsure to collected. How's that for removing what's in the way? I like to think of Melaleuca helping me stay in the present moment, just removing any obstacles or emotional baggage to showing up fully in this moment. And then we've got balance, the grounding blend. It brings harmony to the mind and the body. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, "You owe me." Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the whole sky. Try putting a couple drops of this oil on the bottoms of your feet. And as you do so, take a few moments to ground in gratitude, to think about all the things you don't even have to work for, like gravity. It's totally holding you on the planet all the time. Oxygen, ready and abundant for you to breathe. Think about all the things you're grateful for. Your home, the people in your life. Just taking a moment to do that makes a deposit in your emotional bank account and helps you recognize how rich you truly are. I love thinking about how the oils in this blend promote circulation as I'm grounding in gratitude, really upping the circulation and recognition of all that I already have. It supports cellular health and overall well-being. Elevation. I have so much to say about this oil. This oil has played a huge role in my life. Elevation is known as the joyful blend. It's my personal belief that when honored, our greatest grief will teach us truly how to embrace our greatest joy. Life really isn't so much about staying happy all the time, but finding a way to increase our capacity for all experiences, all feeling, and appreciating all of our time here more fully. An example of this is my experience after my dad passed away suddenly a few years ago. I was devastated in grief, and so I began using a drop of this oil on my heart every day as a simple way to honor my grief. You know, we don't wear black in mourning in our culture anymore. And let's be honest, grief is not the most appealing emotion. So it's one that easily gets shuffled or glossed over. But we all know we can't just shove our emotions down and expect them not to wreak havoc in our lives. So I started placing a drop of elevation on my heart every day to honor my grief, so that even on the busiest days, I had at least taken that moment to connect with what was going on with me on a deep level. And what I learned was profound. Because the challenging thing about grief, really about life, is that it's not always happy. I mean, even when it's happy, awesome, amazing in one area, you still have laundry. It's maybe super challenging or sad or angry in another. The messy challenge is, how do we hold it all? How do we sit present in our hearts, open to all that life is giving us? How do we hold the fun and not so fun stuff at the same time? I was devastatingly sad and missing my dad. And at the same time, I was also the daughter of an amazing man who did great things, and I will always have wonderful memories. That is the gift of this oil. Just a drop on my heart to align with my intention for the day, to live from my heart, open to everything life gives me with greater capacity. So use these 3 oils. Melaleuca on your feet to clear obstacles and call yourself to the present moment. Balance. Breathe in the support that is all around you. Increase the circulation of gratitude for everything you already have. Elevation. Aim. State your intentions clearly. Acknowledge. Really honor your grief and embrace your joy. All right, so you're raring to go. You got your oils on, everything's cool, it's hunky-dory, man, and then something happens. Maybe you run into somebody who bugs you, or you get a text that wasn't so great, or you have a flat tire, or something happens. You feel totally knocked off your game, right? Kaput, game over. Has this ever happened to anyone else before? The simple solution is to take a second to use protection. For boundaries, resilience, and higher purpose protection, we call On Guard and Immortelle to the scene. Boundaries, maybe you're thinking? Yes, boundaries. Gather strength for your vision. Weak boundaries can show up in a lot of different ways in our lives. They can show up as feeling like you can't say no, feeling obligated. Maybe taking responsibility for other people, hoarding feelings or thoughts. Maybe not protecting the sanctity of your space by going to bed when you know you need to, or maybe eating or drinking past your limits. It can also show up as trouble managing your time. On Guard is awesome for supporting our boundaries. Most of us know this oil as the protective blend or the blend for immune support. What is our immune system? It's a shield system or a filter, right, for what enters our space and determines if it suits us or if we need defense against it. It contains nature's most powerful antioxidant, clove. I love knowing that clove is on my side. I like to use On Guard on my feet to seal in all that good motivation and intention for the day, to support my boundaries and help me say yes to my highest commitments and protect against threats. On Guard is also a way that as a mom, I can protect my kids when they go to school. So we keep this bottle of On Guard right by the door, and before we leave, everyone puts a drop or 2 on the bottoms of their feet before they put on socks and shoes. It's sort of like my daily prayer as I send my kids off to school. So what do we often attribute fine lines and wrinkles to? Worry. Immortelle eases worry by connecting us with our higher purpose, our big vision. It creates space for our goals and intentions to manifest and take form. It encourages us to relax into the possibility of our wildest dreams. I've coached a few people now who have combined daily affirmations with Immortelle with incredible results for love and career. One successful client was looking for love. Although she was feeling undeserving of love within herself and stuck in the belief that she would never find a partner. And then she started using Immortelle. She would draw a heart over her heart while saying the affirmation, I love myself. I deserve love and happiness. All while she connected with that vision of herself happily partnered. Within 2 weeks, she called me and told me she had found him. He was totally it. And when they met, he couldn't stop saying how much he loved that smell. That was over a year ago. They're still together, and now they're happily planning their family. It's a powerful thing to connect scent with action and intention. So what happens? Your day gets going and maybe you get overwhelmed, or maybe you're at work and you feel a loss of personal space. You can reclaim your connection, of course, and keep rolling with good feeling. Lavender and lemon are 2 powerhouse oils for hitting the reset, refresh button. Lavender is widely used for its calming and relaxing qualities, for lessening stress, right? It soothes irritation and eases tension. I love using lavender aromatically. It cleans the air and supports breathing. What we breathe affects our mood. Emotionally, it supports us from feeling unheard to feeling expressed. Lavender is also excellent for helping our subtle bodies align. It's important to reclaim your space. Now, I know when you're out and about or you're at work, it can be a challenge to find private space. That's why I encourage you to use what I call the bathroom stall reclaim your space station. You can do so much in there. Take your space. Here are some of the things that I like to do in the bathroom to reclaim my connection. The point is, use your tools. Say a prayer. Make some ugly faces if someone's bothering you. Don't hold that inside. Get out your oils and use them. Or my personal favorite, stand like a superhero. It'll help your confidence rise in just 2 minutes. Lemon is so fresh. I absolutely love putting lemon in my water. Using oils internally nourishes the whole body and supports gentle cleansing for the body's filtering organs. It aids in digestion. It promotes a positive mood and cognitive abilities. It's cleansing and clarifying and emotionally supports one from feeling mindless to feeling energized. It's a great oil to call yourself back with. Would you like to learn one of my favorite tools to call myself back to the present moment? So just take a moment to put your feet flat on the floor. Feel your sit bones in the chair. Acknowledge gravity just holding you on the planet. You're not working for that at all. It's easy. And now I want you to imagine above your head just a golden sun of light. And I want you to imagine that this golden ball of light is a magnet for all of your energy. Because you see, leaving our energy anywhere, whether it's with people we love and care about, or maybe just because we got stressed and frazzled and left it on the plane, or at the supermarket, or in the kitchen while we were making dinner, we need our energy. So let's imagine this golden sun is just magnetizing and just calling back your energy to you, right where it belongs. And as it pulls back your energy, it becomes brighter, warmer. It's filling up brighter and brighter, that golden sun. And now imagine a dial, and just turn that dial that sets all of the energy within that golden sun to the present moment. We're just resetting to the present moment. So anywhere you may have left yourself, it's just being called back to this moment right here, right now. And when you feel complete, Just let that golden sun crack open like an egg, and let your warm honey-like energy just flow down through the top of your head, down through your spine, down to the tip of your toes. And any extra, just let it flow off the bottom of your feet back to the earth. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. I like to imagine every time I take a sip of that lemon water that it's just doing that simple golden sun exercise. It's just resetting and calling me back to the present moment. So the big takeaway from all of this, use your tools. What is commitment? Commitment is not deciding to do something for one moment, is it? No, commitment is the simple yet very challenging act of recommitting over and over and over again to our original decision. Recommitting to feeling good in my health and well-being is a powerful way to live. The Lifelong Vitality Pack is my expression of my commitment to feeling good, to my health and well-being. So why the Lifelong Vitality Pack? It's got energy, 9 different essential oils, frankincense, thyme, cumin, orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, German chamomile, and clove. It contains nature's most powerful antioxidants. That's good nutrition for your cells. And it helps support healthy inflammatory response to oxidative stress because we don't live in a bubble. Taking my vitamins is my recommitment to that growing my capacity for good feelings through my mind and body. So I'll tell you a story about commitment. Jeremiah and I, shortly after we were married, once committed to a 20-mile overnight hike in the desert with my sister and her husband. Sure, yeah, that sounds really fun. We had no idea how long, how steep, or how heavy those packs full of water would be. Oh, and we did a 5-mile hike just, to warm up before we started. So we're hiking and we're hiking up and up and up and up. And every time we stop to rest, my sister and I are just looking at each other. We're not saying anything. And we keep hiking up and up and up. And finally, we stop to rest. And my sister and I look at each other. And we just explode in, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can make it. What are we going to do? Oh. Of course, we're at the midpoint of the hike right now. So we all talk and discuss the options, and we decide we're going to keep going. At this point, I recall some Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking, that I had once read. And I knew that this was the only way I was going to make it, was if my mind was on board with one single focus. And so, for the next 2 hours, I proceeded to hike like this. I take a step. Can, and take another step. Do, another step. It. I can do it. Over and over and over again. This is literally all I thought about until we ran into a beautiful, most astounding view. Needless to say, it was worth it, and I can do it. That's what LLV is to me. It's that I can do it every day, all day. We're bombarded with choices, time constraints, stress, with beautiful, extravagant excuses of why we can't. Do not believe them. Recommit. Be a hell yes for yourself. So here's the overview. Morning motivation: frankincense, peppermint, and wild orange. Purpose and clarity: melaleuca, balance, and elevation. Boundaries and vision: on guard and immortelle. Refresh and reclaim with lavender and lemon. Commit and recommit, lifelong vitality pack. As Martin Luther King Jr. says, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. If you'd like to stay connected with Jeremiah and I, you can reach us in a couple different ways on Facebook. We have the Essential Visionaries group for more information like we've shared today. I have Dorine's Cooking with Essential Oils group, where you can find fun essential oil recipes and new ways to cook. And stay tuned, there's a cookbook in the works. I'd love to leave you with just one last thing to consider. What's the best that could happen? Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Dorine. It's so wonderful and inspiring. I just love this presentation. Hope you're all feeling inspired to take that different perspective in life. Marianne Williams says that seeing a miracle is just simply a shift in perspective. And that's so true. We are all surrounded by miracles every single day. So just a few more announcements. So if you just hang on just for a few more minutes and then we'll wrap up our presentation. If you are not already a part of our Essential Wellness family, we invite you to join us. We are committed to building a community centered around essential oil education and offer ongoing support as you dive deeper into all the many ways doTERRA can support your family's wellness. We want to make sure you have the tools and the resources you need. When you open a doTERRA wholesale membership, you'll receive immediate access to our Essential Wellness PDX Facebook support page. We offer these online webinars. We have weekly calls, plus if you're interested in learning more about how to get your oils for free, earn some extra income, or completely replace your income, we have an online step-by-step business training that we offer to you in support of creating a life you'll love with doTERRA. If you are ready to get started, please speak to the person who invited you to our webinar today, and they can help you choose the best enrollment options for you. If you do not have a contact in doTERRA, please email us at essentialwellnesspdxx@gmail.com. You see the email there on the screen, essentialwellnesspd@gmail.com. And we would be happy to support you in getting started. So again, Dorine, thank you so much for an inspiring presentation, and I hope you all have an amazing day. See you next month.